in the previous game. So if Zucano can have a better start on this Nolan, I want to believe that Guam can go ahead and make this lineup work. So we'll find out if it's going to be Guam to take it to a game 3 or if Indonesia is going to get another sweep under the belt here in this day number 4 of ISF. So you guys in the chat can let us know too. Do you think it's going to be a decisive win for Indonesia here against Guam, or will we see something different? You can see what Witty's doing already too. He's giving the information over.
And he can afford to do this because, again, there's very little CC to lock him down. It's just pure damage that Zucato Zen is putting on the table by picking this Nolan. So Witty can do this. Witty can just stand there and say, hey, unless you're able to lock me down with a taunt, then I can just stay here. I can stand here. Shield Heart sends herself over to do the same. To protect now. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa! Chin stole it!
Oh no. And he's going back. He's going to jump back in. He knows he has the double buffs and the support here with Witty. Shield Heart going to be in trouble. Pops to revitalize the shots from Leonardo though. Come on! Oh, the first blood. We'll go over to the chin.
They broke her heart. She's the first casualty and they're already up by 500 gold. So this is one major strength Team Indonesia has. They don't have burst, but they have sustainability. They're just going to keep going. Now they're on the Zucato Zen.
Oh no. Zucano, this is what I was saying, Leo. He's going to be delayed again, and now Shield Heart in trouble. Zucano stops the recall. Good pull, though, with the Shadow Stampede from Secret. Able to go ahead and at least get a kill in the hands. They get, of all people, they get Chin.
You know what? Chin's not even hurting for this. Chin is a utility jungler. So this one death isn't outdone by the 2 kills he's already had, and he rolls up just as quickly into the turtle. This is clearly going over to Indonesia.
Yeah, this is going to be an objective in the hands for Indonesia. They fought hard for it. Oh, Flicker final slash. Initiation going to be started up. The glue already taking a ton of damage. Just to fight for the purple buff, though. I'm not sure if Zucano, he's only level 3. He lost the purple, too. Nether Realm going to be used already. It's still Shield Heart's gone, and now Indonesia all this side. Another triple Stampede pull into the turret. Is it good enough, though? Swamp is there. Slope jumps in. Spear Destruction. He's able to find Winnie, and now working on Wiseman. Indonesia might have been a little bit too much off as it's a double for Hezu. A great response from Guam.
Massive punish coming in from the squad in Guam. Underneath tier 1. Again, the fact that the turret was a major part of that engagement doesn't change the fact that Indonesia isn't as strong just yet. So that's one power spike they have, you know, the ultra early game. But mind you, Kabuki was a part of it. Oh, he smacks Secret right underneath his tier 1. So I wouldn't say that I wouldn't call it quits just yet. But Guam should still play it safe. I think Guam should still get farm on Zucato Zen. Like, that should be priority number 1.
Man, it's you know, when Indonesia decides they want to kill, they'll go and get it. Now, I will say, I know Secret, he's been doing good at getting those pulls, you know, the Shadow Stampedes. He's able to punish some of these moments where Indonesia decides to get a little over aggressive, but I don't think that's going to be enough to kind of stop them. It's not going to be something that keeps them from second guessing, because look at this. They want to continue to put pressure on Zucano Zen. Chin with the rest of the team just trying to zone him out from this purple buff. The turtle's up, but did Zucano get it? I think, again, the plan... Oh, whoa!
What?
Wait, what?
I don't even know where...
Get the jungle camps that he needs. So, I don't know how long they can continue to do that, but the pressure now, Leonardo will go ahead and get on out. Zucano is there, but won't be able to find Kabuki. So Revitalize is going to be used. Guam healing back up, but Turtle's just going to be taken. Yo.
The sad truth is it wasn't even on him. He didn't get it.
He didn't get it.
He didn't.
Oh.
He's starved. And now Indonesia are back in the driver's seat. Indonesia are in total control. Suddenly, because of the relative quiet after that punish in mid, they've gone back up to 2,000 gold again. It went from about 500 gold, 0 lead, to now just 2,000 clean.
Yeah, and you can see this. He's got his orange buff. Sitting at level 6.5 though to Chin, who's almost level 9. And this is where you see Indonesia start to go ahead and focus on the objectives, opening up the map a little bit more for them. They already got the 2 turtles. This is going to be the turret that they go ahead and lock in. First one of the game. They'll go ahead and rotate off of it too. So this is at least a good attempt to go ahead and trade things out. I'm not sure if Iran's going to be able to do much. He does go in with a final slash. He's just trying to clear the minions out. So he's nearly there. One hit there. He's tanky enough too to keep just, what, 4 members of Guam at bay. And here comes the rest of Indonesia rolling on through. Slope's going to be gone. Zucano to follow, all under the turret. A good drag once again as Chin is punished. And a play too as Iran will go down. So Guam still showing teeth, still showing that they're willing to go ahead and fight Indonesia.
Rolling up the sleeves, doing the work where it matters. Unfortunate that Team Indonesia could have synchronized that play a little better. They were going for a triple lane push. In mid, they sent over the roamer, Witty, to take down that mid lane tier 1. In the bottom, they tried to play a Hail Mary and convert through the roof by getting Kabuki to push that tier 2, but this is how this is what they end up with. If you ask me, if they switched up a little bit of their priorities, if it was the Matilda who were joining them up top, maybe they would have survived.
Oh yeah, this, even if they try to survive, oh, what a drag on back into the final slash too. Again, this flare is just too good with the Jushin from Yehezkel, Wiseman, and they get 2 kills off of it. So, you know, that's the thing. It's like Guam is finding these moments where they're able to go ahead and capitalize on some of the kills, some of the, you know, the pressure that Indonesia puts through. But every single time they do that, you mentioned it's like you get 1 step forward, you take 2 steps back, and that's what's happening here once again in this game too. So Indonesia, whoa, they'll get this. Whoa, he jumps on in. They do save the turret. I was gonna say that tier 2 was gonna go down, but I don't know for how long. That wave's still pushing in. They'll zone them out. They're dealing with the mid lane. And now Indonesia is going to make their way finally to this side of the map. Tier 2 in the bottom does go down. Hezu gets dragged on back again. An AOG from Shieldheart. Shieldheart jumps on in. Zucano just does not have enough damage, even with the setup that he was looking for. A final slash already going to be used. We're relying on the Netherrealm to stay in the fight a little bit longer. As Jin goes down, but Aaron able to pick up the kill. And now Leonardo still has the space to work with. Glue just sticking on here. Hezu looking to take out Yehezkel Wiseman, but takes a couple Rhapsody shots to the face and dragged into the death. And now jumping in. Iran with a final slash, able to find 2. Shieldheart lined up from Leonardo. Picks up another as 3 fall for Guam.
There is a delicate balance of sustained team fighting Guam can only partake in. After the Netherrealm has expired, after the AOG, after Hezu gets 1 or 2 successful mounts, I'm being very optimistic here. Indonesia just wins because they have the final slash which can displace members of Team Guam. They have the puissance that softens the initial salvo of Guam sustainability. And then they have Leonardo just keep going and going and going. As long as he has bullets, there's reliable damage coming from Indonesia, not even discounting the fact that Aran might be a solid source of damage too, and Wiseman to clean things up. Just a matter of time before he gets his Sky Piercer. Zakato's in!
Oh! Again! The final slash able to find the mark, but Zucano falls anyway. Holy Shield in the mid lane, gonna pop. The next to be the bottom lane. Lord is still 15 seconds away, so Indonesia will just work on these shields. And they'll make their way to the Lord here. Guam falling further behind at this point. And this is scary. I mean, there's a reason why the Arlon does get banned out quite a bit. And like I said, if you're just on the mark with the final slash, you're going to be able to make the play. So now they want the mid turret. Jin jumping up at the front side. Slope going to try to keep them at bay, pushing them into the wall. They rely on the Netherrealm. They already got that out too. Some of the damage on the turret, but now looks like they're happy with that. They'll go for the Lord.
Yep, that's a green light for Indonesia to do whatever they want on the map or against Team Guam. But given that the latter is locking themselves inside their base, instead rotate towards the Lord. SOD thrown out, Slope Z, a hope that they could steal, but instead does the wise thing here, does not press the button, lets it go. First major objective over to Team Indonesia. They got to do some cleanup though, Joseph. Look at this, a slow push up top. They left a chubby wave from Team Guam, able to push that.
Yeah, I think even with that, I don't know if they're going to be able to do anything with it. You know, it looks like they're just going to patiently wait here. Maybe go for a play. They see Jhin walk up and they're like, nah, I'm out of here.
Forget
so
about
they'll
it.
have to defend against this. Yep. Lord's going to push in. Mid turret's going to fall. Indonesia might look to end the game with this. 10,000 hit. There's the flicker forward again. Zucata's going to be in trouble. They try to keep it at bay. Nether Realm going to be used. And there, Witty jumps on with the circling eagle. So far, the Lord's going to be cleared out. Good damage coming out from Slope, but still, Sheath Heart going to follow. Now they have another wave pushing in. Hezu will do his best to keep them up front from ending the game. Final Slash going to be used again. It's a double. Another Sky Piercer proc here, forcing Zucato back, and now Secret trying his best to keep them in the game as he falls. Indonesia full force without Leonardo, though. Will they be able to go? Aran jumping on in. It does find Slope, and that's a big kill for him. There's a Final Slash again to clean up Zucato, and it looks like that's all Indonesia needed. But they don't have a ranged character to hit this further. The base is still standing, and they'll have to just back off.
The perfect hero was left to respawn and defend away, and I think Indonesia respected that. Secret with the Faramis able to punish clumps of enemy units and clear them out. We've seen it years and years after this hero's release and rework that Ghost Bursters will do that, and Indonesia decides to play it safe and play for another Lord. Impressive by Guam, but they're still not out of the woods, Joseph. I think it's still a huge mountain they have to climb. 9,000 gold between them and Team Indonesia. While some cracks are showing for Team Indonesia, I think they're far from worried. I think they just know that it's a matter of time. This next Lord has their name written on it.
Yeah, and at this point, I don't know, man. I almost expect Indonesia just to even try to end it without the Lord take. You can see they're focusing up top. Final Slash going to be used already. They take out Hezu, the front line so far for Guam, and that's going to be a double as Secret falls too. So they force the fight with the Final Slash, and now looking to end the game potentially. With that Lord still being 30 seconds away, they'll take the last base turret of Guam out. With the waves still pushing up top, they need to wait for the waves from mid to bottom. Unless they have another idea. Final Slash going to be used, base going to be locked on. They're just going to force them to fight anyway. Cannon minions still up, but Indonesia will go in for the kills. The triple for Leonardo, looking for possibly a Maniac, even into the base, but doesn't get it. Gets shut down, but Indonesia doesn't as they sweep Guam.
They didn't need to wait for the Lord. That was just way too much time. They ran.